Alright, to start out the lessons, let's go back into the internet browser. Whenever the internet browser starts up, we always seem to get that it's loading a website here on the top screen. Normally it's the home page that we have all seen, which directs us to different Nintendo links, such as the 3DS Photo Showcase, or special websites that highlight 3D images of Nintendo's upcoming games, or past games that we've had, such as Kid Icarus, Mario Kart 7, Super Mario 3D Land, and it goes on, and maybe other websites that Nintendo has partnered up with, to help bring some nice mobile content to the 3DS. Now, as you've noticed, I keep saying mobile content or mobile websites. Why is this? Well, the 3DS is designed to take better advantage of these mobile websites, such as ones that start with m.domainname.com, or maybe ending with the extension at the end, instead of .com, .net, maybe .mobi, M-O-B-I. So that's what we're really going to be looking at when we seeing which websites we're going to go into. First off, let's start out with some of the controls. As you can see, when I started this video, we have this little button here on the menu in hide that it toggles to. One of the first things you want to do if you don't want to see this internet site that is as the home page for the 3DS bookmarks, we could see that this button here that is usually the refresh button on browsers, the two arrows, can become also a stop button. It has a little blue and you could stop it from loading any website immediately. That way you can get to what you need. The zoom buttons are also very handy here, because whenever you have a certain website, you probably are going to need to zoom in very closely for some of the text, because as we know, text is vector based, which adapts to different zoom sizes and won't sacrifice on quality, like maybe you've ever zoomed into a picture on the internet like a JPEG and all of a sudden, whoa, it's really pixelated. And back to the menu button, we see that there are also bookmarks for obviously looking at your bookmarks, which I just did. Add, which you can always add the page you are on immediately. It will add it to your bookmarks links. And we have a URL button. You can immediately enter a website. It's sort of like the address bar on a browser. The info button, page info, exactly what is the address, the title of the web page, and security, as we know, in case you are on a page for shopping, which we will go into a later chapter. And finally, the settings, the little wrench tool we all know. As you can see, these menus are self-explanatory. Now, here's one that you'll be really taking advantage of, though, is the text wrap. I really recommend that you leave it on because this will help some websites that have a lot of text to adapt it right into the 3DS's windows here, these little screens. That way, you don't have to be fumbling left to right and trying to go back and forth reading it. Although it won't work with all websites. Here's something you would probably be using a lot also, the clear history and delete cookies. As we know, the history is the web page that saves for faster loading, the images, all the information of the HTML code, and the cookies, obviously the file which a website makes, to keep track of what you're doing, or how it could better save a password or save some settings. One thing I just missed is the search engine too. Google, Yahoo, very self-explanatory. This is very similar to the Wii Opera browser as we've had, sort of the setup. Yet it seems to be a different company, NetFront browser, whatever company that is, will go into another video. So far, those are all the controls. I mean, besides the manual and the close button will just send you back to the home menu. I mean, this is a really great browser, very simple. What you see is what you get. Big buttons so you could see very well what you're browsing. And one final control that we can focus on is scrolling with the stylus. As you can see, this browser takes well advantage of the two screens while you're browsing, so that way you can totally scroll, I mean, up, down. You can also scroll left to right, which we will demonstrate in other videos. So those are the controls for the 3DS browser, and we will be going over other features in the next videos, such as websites and other. We'll see you there.